Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about a lesser talked about 80s action classic from Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's Raw Deal. It's directed by John Irvin. It also stars Katherine Harold, Sam Wanamaker, and Robert Davi. And I discovered this movie when I would come home from school in New Jersey. There was a local affiliate, PHL 17. It was a local Philadelphia station. They used to run action movies all the time. They ran Cyborg, Commando, Bloodsport, the American Ninja movies. So they ran this stuff all the time. So obviously I was tuning in a lot. And I got home from school and was winding down, watching some TV, and they were like, tonight, the mob gives Arnold Schwarzenegger a raw deal, and no one gives Schwarzenegger a raw deal. And it showed some clips, and I was like, okay, I'm in. They had a cool narrator back then to talk about all these movies. It was really, it would sell you. So I watched it that night, and I've loved it ever since. And here, Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a guy named Mark Comiskey. He's a small-town sheriff who was once an FBI agent, and he had to resign. That's all explained here. And so his wife doesn't like the small town, and they're having their problems. She wants to live in New York again, like they were when he was an FBI agent. So, you know, she feels stuck, and he's a little down because him and his wife are having problems. Then he gets a call from an old FBI colleague, Harry Shannon, played by Darren McGavin, and his son Blair was an FBI agent too, and he was killed when the mafia found out the FBI has a leak, and they leaked to the mafia where the safe house was. So they take out all of them, including a witness that was going to take them down. So Harry Shannon's like, okay, there's a leak. I am going to do this off the books. So he calls up Kaminsky. He's like, look, you're going to fake your death. I'm going to finance this myself. Here's everything you need to know about the mob headed by Luigi Petrovita, played by Sam Wanamaker. And he shows who all the right-hand men are, or who his other rivals are, everything about the operation. So Comiskey takes an alias, Joseph P. Brenner, and he goes to Chicago and starts throwing his weight around. And Schwarzenegger puts on a suit, slicks his hair back, starts kicking some ass and throwing out some one-liners, and with the charisma that only Arnold could pull off. And so it was a lot of fun. And the stuff here, there's action set pieces, the music, everything here is just really well done. It's the quintessential 80s action movie. And Brenner, as he begins to throw his weight around, he meets a girl named Monique, and she has some gambling debts with the mob because he just kind of wants to meet a girl to, help with his cover. And she has some debts, so Max Keller, Robert Davi's character, gets her to get him drunk, and she gets his wallet so they can, try to find out who he really is. And Keller is a mob guy who's suspicious of everybody, and he doesn't like Joseph P. Brenner. He feels that's a rival there. So he works with the mob, and they throw their weight around. He learns more about the operation, but he really wants to discover where the leak is. So he has to stay in the Joseph P. Brenner character because Monique starts taking a liking to him, realizes he's kind of a good man, but he's like, he told her like he's married, that he was married, even though he faked his death. His wife thinks he's dead. He's still loyal to her. So, he gets not as much as like Point Break situation, but he does. The line gets blurred a little bit, but he still remembers his mission. And I just love the action set pieces here and the one-liners that Arnold does. Just everything here works. The Chicago setting, like I talked about with Code of Silence, that's in play here too. It's just a really fun 80s action movie. So I recommend it. It deserves its due. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian, the Terminator movies, and Commando, stuff like that. But this ranks up there with them too. So anyway, that's all I got for today. And if you like older action movies as well as some new movies, give Video Mania 2 a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And that's all I have for today, and I'll see you next time.